Number 1. It appears that Sony is going to let Microsoft make the first move. Sony CEO Kaz Hirai has been quoted as saying, quote, "Why go first when your competitors can look at your specifications and come up with something better?" End quote. This is a bold thing for Sony to say, as it insinuates that Sony will wait for the new Xbox to be announced before showing the new PlayStation offering. However, it also makes you wonder how far along Orbis is to be a final product if Sony wants to see what Microsoft is doing and make final changes.
Well, see, I didn't take that away from it. What I took away from, is that Kaz has been out of the video game business so long now. He doesn't understand how long it takes to make a console.
Out of the game so long.
No, what the hell's going on? It sounded to me like he was accusing, if we came out first, then obviously Xbox would try to copy us, as if he had no idea how consoles are made.
So you think he was flipping scripts?
Yeah. I thought he was taking a jab at them, that he was trying to act like they were the top dog here. Yeah. They were saying that Xbox would try to copy them, which I thought Xbox's console probably well along in its production cycle. Too late for them to audible when they hear PlayStation has integration to Peapod to get groceries delivered.
Oh, Peapod.
Amazon, all these goofy things. You can't
make Peapod and Amazon.
Peapod and Amazon.
Your favorite online retailer.
Peapod app.
Okay. That was the jam back in the day.
Hell yeah.
If you want to be part of the show, listener or viewer, beyond.ign.com, just like Charles de Gameplaya wrote in.
Oh.
He says, the Sony CEO came out and suggested that Sony will wait to put out the PlayStation 4 as well as new games and the hardware for the system after the next Xbox. Charles, you read a bit into the quote, but you're on the right track, so we'll keep going with it. Do you guys think that is a good or bad strategy on the part of Sony to let Microsoft go first in line again? Because it just seems like that plan has been tried before. My thing is, they're not saying they want to let Xbox release before them. They're saying they want to let Xbox come out and say, hey, well, this is that Xbox 720, meet Durango, yada, yada, yada. And then they can come out weeks later and say, hey, everybody, this is the Orbis, this is the PlayStation 4.
Orbis.
That strategy I can go either way with. I don't mind who comes out first there. It's Sony has to get the system out before before Durango, before 720.
I agree.
Okay. We can't have another PlayStation 3, Xbox 360.
Could you imagine if they were really called Orbis and Durango at retail?
I have had nightmares where the PlayStation 4 is called Orbis, yes. So I can't imagine that. Because remember how bad Vita sounded when we first started?
I thought it was fine.
And then people now accept it.
I think we go back. M-Dog, check the archives on that one. I don't think Colin thought it was fine.
I think it was fine.
M-Dog, don't go through all this.
M-Dog, I've asked you before to quit school and only follow our bets and our conversations.
We can pay you $10 a week. No benefits.
Nope.
I agree. I don't want Sony to make like a Sega Saturn move where they announce it and then release it at like the same time or something like that. But they need to wait until Microsoft announces the console so they can be like, ours is better. Oh, and by the way, it comes out first.
Exactly.
If they can do something like that, then yeah,
that's where the mind share is, right? You want the last word on the conversation before you go to retail, and that's what I think they'd be aiming for right there. So that makes sense. I just thought the Kaz like, oh, you don't want them copying you. Well, yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that. Too late for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got some good talk down here.
Okay, good.
Thanks for listening to Podcast Beyond.
Users lose all sense of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.